why are we here? Why are all people and humans, and why are we all here?
You're here to remember your own divinity. Not about paybacks, not about karma, not about repetition, but to say enough's enough. You'll hear me talk about whether it's on the radio, whether it's on the DVDs, whether it's over this video, or however. You're going to hear me talk a lot about planetary shifts, as I was sharing about a few moments ago. The planetary grid systems being amplified over time. All these levels, and I'll try another picture on this one. All these levels that have been held on to. Not about the letting go and all that fun stuff. That's a whole other world in itself. A little bit fluffy if you ask myself, but no, just teasing. These have been layer upon layer upon layer, going all the way back to your Akashic realms of consciousness. The Akashic realms began for separation when the karmic grid system began to implement itself about brother going against brother. When it was first created, it was about creator expressing through its own creation and experiencing its own creation. Until you began to go against yourself and against these other dear brothers around you to create separation. That's where the Adam and the Eve came from. At first, it was never about a male and a female. It was about an integrated vehicle to split itself off to create a procreative effect, to create further from playing in the animal kingdom and also going through their body principles. Remember, in one state you weren't so dense as a physical apparatus. You would step into one element after another, one kingdom after another kingdom, to experience what it was like to experience the expression of the physicals when the deer population began to spread upon itself. And got very, very curious about procreativeness. And also very, very curious from Creator incarnate about producing its own creation. And what a brilliant gestational process it is. So you decided so much, so brilliantly, to start to create your own physical form that came out with arms, legs, eyesight, creating a whole different societal format within itself. Until you began to become overindulgent, if you will, and so identified with the procreative effects. If you look around you, let's go to New York to the pub, you'll see that happening all the time, right? I'm going to say this, say that, do this, do that, so we can have a spontaneous musculature reaction and then wake up in the morning and take off. If you take that all the way back to the first beginning, when the planet began to populate itself as creator expressing through its own creation, you created your own brilliant physicality with so many attributes even those kingdoms do not have to run forward with. Your purpose here, to give a purpose, is to dissolve the emotion, the belief, the identification, and remember you. Which is simply put as creator levels. We can call it God, we can call it all, we can call it whatever we want. It's still you speaking to you. I, as a trinitized beingness, spirit and soul and form, welcome in my higher levels to speak through me, steer me, and journey me, to take command of my soul, my life, my work, my wealth, my mind, my body, my world. And watch what starts to happen. I promise you, changes are going to happen. But let's not be concerned about the changes. Let's not go back into survival. Let's start to move back into life. That's where you're going to take off as you. And the funnest part is you're welcoming in all these other beingnesses from the angelic, archangelic realms, the ascended host realms, on-planet, off-planet support, beyond what your head level can comprehend due to its own past experiential realms. You're going to step into you and letting everything continue to open beyond, not the metaphor, the life of your dreams. It's the dream that has been the overlay that we're stepping beyond.
Beautiful. Thank you. And what does God mean?
God? Well, God is a whole different presence within itself. For so long and so much, God has been created as the beautiful dear brother in the cloud on this big giant chair. It just has this big giant hammer waiting to send you to eternity or into this big, giant barbecue. Okay? That was man-made. If you really ask me, there's mother and father right there. Be good or don't be good. If you're not good, you're going to be the barbecue of a lifetime, right? Makes a fire. Can you imagine what I could do with a filet mignon? Or here, that I'm going to be greeted at the pearly gates with St. Peter and all these fun guys, right? You see, when it comes to God, God exists right through here. Total clarity, clear states of consciousness, which is no more different than can you feel the presence of the energy emanating from your hand? Can you put down the pen? You feel the consciousness emanating through your whole physicality. Let's not make it love, let's not make it less than love. And you feel the presence reawakening right now through your body. What you're experiencing is God and eternity. Let's forget about present moment time. Let's forget about tomorrow, yesterday. Let's forget about time in being present and all that. Let's start to express and experience your presence. God is neutral. It's not a dear brother on a pedestal or on a chair waiting to doom you or to welcome you. It's a presence you're welcoming in to be fully and completely beyond experience, but reawoken within you. Not by the fluffy, hypothetical books that you read, but from the true, complete wide openness that you are, that you're beginning to welcome in. That is God.
Okay, so this brings up a great point. Why are you silly and playful a lot, and not always serious?
Well, because I'm schizophrenic. Sirius, from planetary consciousness, exists way out here. It's a constellation belt of consciousness that is called Sirius. Okay? The reason I'm playful, I don't try to be playful. I don't try to be serious. I don't try anything. I just am who I am. On this whole planet, global warming, which is actually the dissolvement of the astral planes of consciousness, is not my business unless it presents. A dear brother with cancer or liver disease, from that perception, is not my business unless asked upon. I'm not making what this whole world, everything, all the changes going on, my business. It will find me as necessary. But I'm going to have more fun with it than ever, because what a beautiful time it is to celebrate all of these changes that are happening. Not about a demise, but about a whole new world. Not about books and all that fun stuff, not about pretense, not about ashrams. We have solar system belts of consciousness, even the central sun intelligence levels that are all playing in magnetics. They're saying, hey man, we got you covered. Only thing we ask is that you walk your walk. Now, how hard is that? How much fun is that? Isn't it such a celebration to watch the birthing of a new offspring? From the indigos, the rainbows, the crystal little dear brothers coming in to assist humanity that much further. Isn't that true celebration time? What is there to be sad about? A dear brother leaving the planet just going to make a full transition, come right back through as a gift for humanity more than ever? What is there to be upset about? There is everything to celebrate. If we forget about all the prophets, prophecies, and otherwise, who makes that real? The head does. Not the celebration of what's really going on. You'll watch the media. There's a death of one, but over here there's a big birthing of a new. Isn't that totally brilliant? Because it does death no longer complement it. I'm not going to take the negative and focus on the positive because I don't see anything negative or positive. I see complete isness and freedom and celebration time over time. Brother humanity is stepping into their fullest potential and moving beyond. Not about evolution, but about the evolvement of humanity waking up to who they are.